Well, good morning, and we are in a new country. We were able to get out of Argentina and we were able to make it to a new country. We are in Paraguay, and today I'm walking around Paraguay just enjoying the city of Asunción. And it is an amazing city. It is a mix of old and new. There are beautiful buildings here, old architecture, just lovely. I mean, just what you expect from an amazing South American town. However, there's also a growing number of new buildings. In fact, I talked to one of the Uber drivers about that. New office buildings, new apartment buildings. People are moving here from even North America. They're coming here to retire and they're coming here to live. And I can see why. The US dollar goes far here. It's a very peaceful place. People are very friendly. I am not finding a lot of English speaking, except if you are involved in the restaurant industry, or if you're involved, again, like the Uber drivers, they're all speaking English just fine. But otherwise, I can see the draw to coming here. So let's relax and let's enjoy Asunción, Paraguay, and we're gonna have a good conversation while we're at it. Let's go. Arriving in Paraguay, I was able to do my usual $100 exchange of US currency into Paraguayan money. And at 7,000 to 1, it gave me quite a bit. This is the location that I stayed at. I wanted to show you this wonderful hotel. The Paramonta. This hotel is costing me about $50 a night. Again, it's a little bit more than what I expect to pay when I'm in Asia, but this is pretty much the going rate for what I'm paying in South America, $50 a night. And the room was great. I thought it had a lot of cool old style furniture that was really nice, very wood and beautiful. And I did not have any problems. The Wi-Fi was strong, so not bad at all. The room came with breakfast. It had coffee, it had eggs, it had pretty much everything, a lot of fresh fruit. Walking around beautiful Asunción, you're going to come across Palacio del López. And this is what I mean about architecture. Uruguay has beautiful old style South American architecture in its buildings and in its churches. I really enjoyed it. It was a peaceful town to walk around. And this was a park that was next to the palace that overlooked the river. And I will get out there to take a look at the river more while I'm here because it's an important part of the culture here in Asunción. This palace was lovely. And I moved on to this amazing metropolitan cathedral. Old train stations and museums. I loved how Asunción has kept up these beautiful buildings, and they're open. They have someone just sitting inside. I asked them, can I come in? They said, yes, come in. I said, can I film? They said, please do. as I'm walking around these beautiful buildings here in Asunción, and next to them and in the same area, I see big, new skyscrapers going up, new apartment buildings. I see new office buildings, but I still see the beautiful architecture of the past also represented. That's what makes a city like this a lot of fun to visit, is you get a little bit of both. It reminds you of where they came from, and it reminds you of the history of a beautiful country like this. And it also shows you that they continue to move forward. But the main thing is they're not in a rush. And that's what I want to talk to you about. To get ahead, you don't have to be in a rush. In fact, I think decisions that are made in haste tend to be the wrong ones. You tend to find out that you made the wrong decision. And so instead, I appreciate when I see places and I experience people that are making decisions, taking their time, not in a rush. And that is what I see here in Asunción. You see, when we make decisions in haste, we have a tendency to just to go to what's going to not solve the problem, but cover it up in the quick time. Just fix it for now and push the problem down the line. That's what happens when you make any type of decision in a rush. And for that reason, I appreciate when I find a place like this, a city and a country that is not in a rush, but they're taking their time, slowly growing and slowly improving as they go, and not forgetting the past. I think that's important. There's no long-term solution to making decisions quickly. All you're gonna do is make yourself feel better in the short time. In the long time, your problems are still gonna be there. And I think that's what this country has realized. As you move forward, as you travel, try to make decisions the same way. Don't be in a rush. And don't stress out when plans change and you have to adapt. That's just life. It's not like things are working against you. It's not like you have bad luck. Remember, we don't believe in that stuff, okay? That's just life, and life is gonna throw curveballs at you, okay? You just have to adapt, and you have to work with it. And don't make decisions in haste. Take your time, relax, write things down on paper and see what your options are. And then when you make a decision, make one that's gonna benefit you in the long run, not in the short term. Don't rush. Bar San Roque was a restaurant that was recommended to me. Now, it looks fancy because everyone's walking around in like tuxedos, but I have to tell you, the prices were fantastic and people were dressed very casual inside. You can get a bottle of wine for about, I would say, probably less than $5. And this beautiful soup was only about $3. The main meal that I ordered, which was an amazing baked chicken, that was about $5. This whole meal was very inexpensive, and it was delicious. Thank you. Gracias. Oh my word, that looks incredible. Wow, that looks really good. You have to pace yourself with the meals here because they're like less than $9 for an incredible meal. So I went for a wonderful walk afterwards to enjoy Asunción. Casa de la Independencia is another beautifully kept up old building here in Asunción, open for you to walk around and enjoy. And this is a good example of what your day is like exploring this beautiful city. Hello! After a full day of walking and really enjoying the city, I went to Lido Bar. This was also recommended to me, and it has a cafe feel to it. Perfect, exactly what I'm looking for. A nice cappuccino, and I like how they serve their steak here. They throw 2 fried eggs on top, and the whole meal comes up to $9. Yes, please.
Thank you. Gracias.
I appreciate you spending some time with me today as we wander around this beautiful city of Asunción, Paraguay. And it has been nice. I've found these great little parks along the way. I found good places to grab a bite to eat. The cost of food has been amazing. In fact, I'm getting steak dinners here for about $9 American, and that includes a cappuccino, and that includes a salad on the side. I mean, that's pretty good. So I'm enjoying my stay here in Paraguay. It was an unexpected pleasure. I had not thought much about Paraguay as far as traveling through it until I started doing some research and until I started talking to people about the country. And they said, yeah, you should go. You should travel there and see it. Kind of the same way that I found out about Cambodia. I found out about Cambodia through backpackers. And that's kind of how I found out about Paraguay. When I was in Argentina, people were telling me about it and saying it's a place you should go and explore. So I'm glad I did. And I'm glad that you came along with. We have a lot more South America still to see. We're not going to stop. We're just going to keep going. And if you would like to spend some time with me, like and subscribe to the video. Come with me as we travel with nothing but a backpack all over South America and explore and just see what we find. Okay, I'll let you go. Aloha. Two pieces of trivia about Paraguay. One, they don't do dogs. There's no wild dogs walking around, and they don't walk dogs. They don't keep them as pets. They're not into dogs. And they are into the harp. The harp is Paraguay's national instrument. These beautiful harps go for about $400 American and up from there. And apparently they said these are actually manufactured for clients, so they don't actually sell the floor models. They're manufactured for clients that want to buy these. Interesting.